Good afternoon. My name is Dale Richter, and I want to welcome you to Customer Effects Training webinars. Today I want to talk about the SalesLogix web client and using related assets with the tickets. Now, in order to relate an asset with a ticket, you must also already have that asset related with an account. So we're also going to look at creating assets with accounts or associating them. So why don't you hold on just a second here. It's probably all a little confusing, but as soon as I switch over to the web client, I'll try to clear that all up. Hold on just a second and I'll switch over. Okay, I've switched over to my web client here, and we're currently looking at our account view, and the specific account we're looking at is Flowmatic. So on Flowmatic here, you'll notice at the bottom of the screen we have an Assets tab. This Assets tab contains all the assets that are owned by Flowmatic. Now, we're talking about related assets and tickets here today, but the reason I came here into the assets of the account is because an asset must be associated with an account or added to an account before we can choose it to be related with any tickets. So here all the different assets are added to Flowmatic here. I'm going to go back here. We're going to look up an account called Sunny Wireless. I'm going to click on that because this is the account our ticket is going to be on. So I want to go in here first of all and look down below the assets and see what assets I do have here. And here are the assets I have, and I'll be looking up by serial number. So I'm just going to make note of this serial number 54321. It's the serial number we want to look up to be associated with our ticket. So here now I'm going to go to my tickets down the left hand side of the screen, and I'm on my Sunny Wireless ticket already, and you see right now I don't have any related assets in there. So if I click on the plus sign here, this is where I can go in and add my assets. Now I've got a couple other asset numbers here like L0802063. Let's see if we find anything with that one. There we go. I have that one. I see the product name, the SKU number on it, and the serial number, but I also happen to know that that is owned by Flowmatic, not by Sunny Wireless. So you can see here that I can actually go in and choose that asset even though it doesn't belong to the company I'm creating the ticket on. So you got to be careful of that. So I'm going to go up and put in the serial number for that asset we saw, which was 54321. That was on Sunny Wireless. And here it is, my Dell Optiplex. I can just highlight that and click on OK. So now that has associated that asset with that ticket. So the big thing to remember here is to make sure that you are choosing the correct assets and not an asset that belongs to another company. So this webinar has been about choosing related assets on your tickets. In order to do that, make sure that assets have already been added to the account. Then you can go in and relate assets to each ticket that's involved. I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon, and have a great day.